Welcome
Are
to.
we?
We're live.
Are we
Oh no!
on?
Oh, they caught John's face naked.
Oh, I
These-
was like,
everyone-
where? I was like, that actually had me nervous, nigga. Like,
Man, these people.
Oh, shit.
Everyone out here is talking about. I'm the reason we're fucking hopping out here late. It's not me. Stop it. Stop bullying me about my interests. Stop.
It's
bullying
me.
about
It's
my
me. It's
interests.
me. My little cousin hit me up and he wanted to come watch the game with me today. So I hope everyone understands, man. It was family time with the little broski. So I want to give y'all some quick black family math on my little cousin here. All right. So this is my little cousin John Mike. Y'all know this is the little homie who I texted y'all during quarantine. I was like, yo, I've been watching little homie because he been wilding. His mama called him smoking weed. And he was in like 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, quarantine time was crazy. A lot of kids at home and shit, right? So yeah, he he had his issues. He was smoking weed in middle school. He was fighting all the time. He was failing his classes and all that. So you know, he was always a little homie. But we kind of once we saw him kind of veering off the straight and narrow, we all kind of locked in. Like you know what I'm saying? He graduated high school last year, 2023. He finished up his first year in college.
Oh, fire.
Yeah. Went there on a basketball scholarly. And we're just so impressed with him, bro. He really turned his whole shit around. Like he joined a mentorship program out there where he's talking to like high school knuckleheads and shit. So
wow.
Yeah. But anyway, the little homie hit me up, was like, yo, I mean, we text all the time, right? Like he's a hoops head. Like I told y'all before, I don't know if the listeners out here, but he plays in the men's league in Richmond, and one of the homies on his team came up to me, was like, yo, Dragonfly Jones from Jenkins and Jones. I was like, bro, you are on the same squad with my little cousin. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just how small Richmond is. But yeah, man, he hit me up. It was like, he wanted to come and watch the game. So I was gonna kick my bro out as soon as the last buzzer. Like, you got to get the fuck out. It's podcast time, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
tell him to hop on. Hand him a mic.
Bring him on the pod.
Yeah, bring him on the
pod. Anyway,
put him to work.
Yeah, I just gave y'all a whole goddamn background story. But the math here, right? He is the grandson of my mama's favorite cousin. So my mama's favorite cousin is technically my aunt because, they're like sisters. And so my mama's favorite cousin's grandson is technically my nephew, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like we're way closer than cousins. We're like there's like like I mentioned, like the grandmama and the whole family reached out to me and my big bro when he was fucking up. Like take this boy under your wing because we're there to supply mentorship. You know what I'm saying? So for sure. So yeah, man. Long story short, the little homie, I'm so proud of the way the little homie turned this shit around. He wanted to come kick with me. Like I said, I make time anytime my little homies want to, kick with me. Because when I was 19, I did not want to hang with my 40-year-old cousins. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. Those motherfuckers wore church slacks and hard bottoms. We was not the same people, dog.
Y'all fighting for the same shoes now, this generation. You know what I mean? Right. Shit, nigga. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad
we're trying to buy bots and all that shit. You feel me? But it's interesting you said about your cousin. You call your cousin your aunt. Because there's all my mom's cousins. Like that, you ain't cousin DeJuan to me. Nah. You auntie, you feel me? I'm not calling a motherfucker 30 years old, 20 years older than me, my cousin. It just don't feel right. You feel what I'm saying?
Older by more than 5 years, aunt, uncle. Younger by more than 5 years, niece, nephew.
For sure.
And I don't do second. We don't do second cousin math.
Oh, none of that. I mean, for me, it's just like you family, you not, nigga. I got uncles that's not family because they thought they was the brother. They thought they was my granddad's child. You feel me? And then they found out later they weren't. You know how shit go back in the day, nigga. Like my granddad was like, you got 16 brothers and sisters, that we know about. You feel what I'm saying? So and motherfuckers was in and out. Like, oh shit, I thought you was my dad. Nah, it's another nigga. You know what I mean? So, but they still uncle to me. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So. You family, fuck it, you know what I mean? But kudos to your the little homie, bro. Like, I know like 2 niggas that were fucking up in middle school and figured it out in high school. Very seldom does that work. So kudos to you and your family and little homie for real. That's difficult.
And shout out to I'm glad we got one heartwarming thing happened today. So thanks for sharing the story, Tyler. That's the only heartwarming thing that's happened since 5 p.m. Pacific time. In my world. Welcome to Jenkins and Jones, the hater edition. On my side, at least.
I think we gotta answer Ariel. He paid us $5, man, or her.
Hold on.
Ariel, that's an Ariel is a. You know,
He sold his soul
Yes.
for a game 7, and the price was goddamn. But
Oh.
yeah. I mean, that was a whole ongoing thing on Twitter where it was like there were sacrifices being made for this run, and Hallie was going to be the final sacrifice and shit. So we saw.
Well, we'll talk about that.
And
Siakam
Siakam ain't helping with that whole eye roll shit he did in that huddle before Game 6. It's like,
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Am I really just American to this shit, dog?
Yeah, he summoned somebody, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Was it Beelzebub?
Right. That's a Beelzebub ass eye roll, nigga. When the eyes goes back so far, you don't see the pupil no more. I don't even see you couldn't even see part of the retina. It was all white. That nigga was looking at his brain, dog. He was the universe was moving in that motherfucker for real. No, hey, bro.
Welcome
That's
to
crazy.
Jenkins and Jones, independently owned and operated since 2025. It is Sunday, June 22nd, and the Oklahoma City Thunder are the NBA champions. As always, Jenkins and Jones, hosted by Mr. Mentor himself, Dragonfly Jones, aka Tyler.
Everybody have a gun.
LeJethro Jenkins, aka John.
What's that, Bubbas?
I am Game 7's biggest hater, Gardy B, aka Mike.
Motherfucking Mikael, nigga. That's nasty, bro. They earned it anyway.
Nobody hated that game more than me. Fuck that game. Fuck the
man.
Man, I was looking forward to that game the last 3 days, like counting we planned our whole weekend around like everything that's gonna get done this weekend has to get done before 4:30. I want to watch the pregame. Like Shar came to help me hit balls to Vinny today to play first so we could get the bucket over with fastest. We got to get home for the game. First quarter looks unbelievable. Looks like we're headed for all timer. Hallie 3 for 4 from 3.
Talking this shit too.
Yeah.
And then that fucking snapback rubber band calf shaking jelly shit that we have seen too many fucking times in NBA games over the last couple of years. We were all in the group chat as soon as it happened. Like, no, man, I'm like anything but fucking that, dude. Anything but that.
As soon as he fell, niggas hopped in the group chat. Yeah. Like it was before the replay. Like when he fell, it seemed like the whole world knew what the fuck happened. You know what I mean? And when they showed him down again, I was like, yep. Like at first when he fell, I'm like, I was just looking at him. And he seemed like he was like, mentally fucked up over what happened. And then when he was down, when they showed him up close, I'm like, come on. And why do they have to show it 78 times? It's the third quarter, my nigga. I don't need to see this nigga's body break down on him. I know we all know what happened, bro. If you missed it, you just tapping in, nigga, you'll see it on SportsCenter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to keep showing that shit. Anyway, Tyler, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh no. I was gonna say it felt like we were on pace for like an all-time great performance from Halliburton, like an all-time legendary Game 7, and then to just have it snatched from us like that. But I don't know, bro. It feels like this postseason, especially where we've had Lillard, Tatum, and now Halliburton go out with Achilles. And Halliburton.
We were talking about that before you hopped on.
Yeah. And Halliburton having the calf strain that we've seen, regress into Achilles injuries. Bro, I think this is like a watershed moment where a calf strain is a shut it down injury from here on out. I especially with your franchise player like that. I do not see franchises risking guys anymore with that calf strain, bro. Like if you get a calf strain, you're done for 3-4 months, however it takes to heal that shit.
Also, does the league need to play less games? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the third player that this has happened to. Guard. 2 of them, like, under 30? Hallie's a fucking baby, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way the game is played, maybe we can't play 80 games in season and then the playoffs, bro. It's just a lot to put on the body. You know what I mean?
We're in the era of the most spacing we've ever seen in the league, and human bodies just aren't made to do that shit for 100 games a year. It looks like
you feel what I'm saying.
I'm not on the side of cutting the season down because I think such a big part of the NBA's appeal. The NBA's lore is chasing guys from the past, right? And a dude who averaged 35 in 62 games is not the same as a dude who averaged 35 in 82 games. We're gonna have that whole discrepancy there and shit. I'm all for stretching the season out though. you know, and I know that the
more space between games and whatnot.
More space between games. I know that the major hurdle there is, okay, what about the summertime when guys go do FIBA? A big part of me, high key, wants to say fuck FIBA. And
fuck FIBA. We can say that. You gotta agree.
Yeah, and we can for sure on Olympics.
We were so close to a FIBA sponsorship for Jenkins and Jones that we fucked it all up.
Right. And my whole thing is those Olympic years when we for sure got to send guys over there, you know, get back on this schedule that we've been on now, you know, rather than having the season in a month from now, what have you. But I don't know. I do think that, you know, like you mentioned, John, it's just, like I said, there's so much space and guys have to cover so much ground. There's so much stop and jerk movement now with the quick ball movement and such that it's just human bodies just are not made to do this shit for like 100 games a year at a high level.
So there's two things I want to bring up because I've spent a lot of time thinking about this. You know, Major League Baseball has the big issue with the UCL, which is the ligament right here in the elbow, right? It's a huge issue for baseball. And basketball, it does seem like the Achilles tendon is becoming it's such a regular, horrific occurrence at this point. But what I would point to would be prior to the NBA or the fixes the NBA could even do, which is these kids play competitively year round now. And it's not like when we were kids where the elite guys were still playing some playground ball to where, okay, he's tired. He's not playing as hard on defense right now. They're playing competitively reffed games against other top programs year round. They're flying all over the country. You know, some of these AAU things, you know, the really elite guys, I'm assuming, are playing on mostly courts that are good. But I've been to some volleyball and basketball AAU tournaments, like at the Anaheim Convention Center. Huge. You walk in there and it's just wall to wall. That's concrete convention center flooring with the wood just kind of stacked on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, one of the challenges of solving repetitive stress injuries like ligament and tendon tears is we don't really have, it's hard to say. There's too many variables for anyone to be able to say, oh, it's the number of times they're playing. Oh, it's the length of the games they're playing. Oh, it's the style, whatever. We don't really have an answer to that, or it would be pretty easy to come up with a solution. But I do believe, because I've seen it happen in like college volleyball for women, ACLs are happens constantly there as well, because it's the same thing. They're jumping all the time on these wood floors that are stacked right on top of concrete. So it's not like a high school gym or a real gym where there's 3 or 4 levels of wood that's kind of absorbing some of the impact. And they're playing, these kids now, they really are playing 12 months a year in competitive. You're playing hard. Again, back in the day, you're tired, you're taking a little time off or whatever. These guys are grinding it on their bodies so constantly from such a young age. I don't know how fixable that is. And the sad thing is, as many people have pointed out, that's for a culture that is getting it passed up to where we're watching Canadians and fucking Eastern Europeans take our league over from us too. You know what I mean?
You know who you sound like, right? Canadians and Eastern Europeans taking our league over, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
I hate it, bro.
Crazy.
I hate it, bro. I hate it. I truly hate it. All right, let's give the Thunder
Red scared Jason. Anyway,
let's give the Thunder their props. You know, this was a
this nigga. That's a wild way to end.
I want Americans to be the best at basketball, so I'm Donald Trump. That's what you're saying.
No, everything.
I'm gonna have my mom
make
call
America great again. Where you had that, nigga? That's what you sounded like. It was so like, boom, okay, this nigga spitting. You know what I mean? You bringing in all types of science and shit and research. Canadians and Eastern Europeans taking over. This is I'm slobbering. This shit was crazy, Mike. God damn. Oh shit! That demon at Hissiakum got in your ass, man. Goodness
Congratulations
gracious.
to the Oklahoma City Thunder, very deserving NBA champs. Special team from start to finish this season. Fellas, give me some reason to be happy about the Thunder winning a championship, which I am not.
Clippers fans got to be sick about giving SGA up. Is that a plus here?
I'll take that one, bro. I appreciate that, Tyler. That's my dog for real right there. You see that, John?
Hey, I'm here to help, man.
Let me take lessons. I noted. I see it. I peep. No, man. For me, I like this. They've been the best team all year. Yes, it has a stink on it for sure. All these situations always have a stink on it. I'm not going to go as far as say they deserve it. I think that asterisk shit is weird. You know what I mean? I think they deserve the W. You know what I mean? It's just nasty how it ended. I think those situations take like our loss for everybody. You know what I mean? But come on, G. They were the best team. They're the best team in all year. They showed up and they are 12-2, 10-2 at home. 7 minutes wasn't deciding who was going to win that game. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean they were my preseason team, my preseason pick to win it all. They won it all. I think there were a lot of folks preseason team pick to win it all because, bro, like that Caruso and Hartenstein pickup so crucial.
For sure.
So crucial. And we
saw it tonight with Caruso.
Yeah, for sure. And we saw it in that game 7 with Denver when 6'4" fucking Caruso locked the best player in the world down. Please keep Jokic and Shaq out of those discussions. And I'm a big Jokic guy, but I know my GOAT center would have not got shut down in the game 7 by a 6'4" white boy. But moving along.
Wait, people are saying he's better than Shaq.
Yeah, people were.
I just was anybody that was there saying he's better than Shaq.
One of my close homeboys, whose opinion I very much value, was on the Jokic is better than Shaq train, and I was talking big shit after that game 7.
I will say this. I can't say that. I just remember Shaq. I saw Shaq, bro. Problems. Like Jokic would have fouled out first half. You know, y'all see the picture of him dunking on the whole fucking New Jersey Nets? Anyway, we ain't got to get to that. But it's a weird conversation.
All right, here's my. You want my wild take on the game? I'll just
go ahead.
hop out there and put my name on it. I think that the Pacers win the game if Halliburton doesn't get injured. I thought they were going to win the game. They came out and they did not back down at all. They did not blink at all. Hallie starts 3 of 4 from 3. What did Shea end up shooting in the game?
I mean, he was, bro.
I'm just saying they could not make a 3-pointer in the first half to save their fucking life. They're down by 1 at halftime after they lost Hallie 7 minutes into it, and then basically came out and the defense without Halliburton. Obviously, the Pacers were not ready to they got ground to a fucking pulp.
It's like in the second half they realized what they were up against. They didn't have time to think about it, and then in the half going in probably seeing Hallie fucked up. You know what I mean? Oh,
they're looking at each other like, you're gonna let TJ McConnell fucking take an NBA championship from us? Fuck that. Like, let's go win. Let's go win the shit. You know what I mean? But I'm just talking about the way it felt. It felt to me like the Pacers were gonna win that shit.
Did you believe that even after Hallie went down? Because after Hallie went down, I was like, they're putting up a good fight, but that fucking 15-2 run is gonna come and put this shit to bed.
I feel like I was really like, I'll say this. I haven't rooted so hard for a team that I don't root for in a long time as I rooted for the Pacers. And I think Jackson and I think both felt this way. Every time I watch the Pacers, I like them more. And every time I watch the Thunder, not really for any real reason, they just annoyed me more. Like by the like over the course of the playoffs. And so
the Thunder annoy me. They do got some. But we go ahead. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
But I was just gonna say. So I was like proud of the way the Pacers played to keep it a game in the second quarter. But I think we all knew, like you said, that third quarter, you get 10 in a row from TJ McConnell. Meanwhile, the Thunder turns you over 11 times. You scored 19 points in the quarter. Like that was it. That third quarter was it basically. But yeah, no, but I did throughout the second quarter. I was like, but maybe. But they just, it was too much. It was too much. It would have been too much.
A game's not decided in the first 7 minutes of a game. You feel a way. The game was still close. It wasn't like they was cracking these niggas and then he went down with it. Like he went down with, they were up, 3?
Yeah.
4? He had shots. He he hits some really good shots at the beginning. It felt like he was going to do his thing, but like, where was he? Where the fuck was Siakam at? You know what I'm saying? Like, is TJ even out there to get that fucking 10 in a row? You know, like they seemed like there was bullshit in the fourth.
Yeah,
because I mean they knew they had it in the bag at that point. Like, there's a bunch of things that the game changes in a particular way, but he can't. I mean, I just don't feel like I could say that to the. I'm confident enough to where I'm like questioning their.
Well, I didn't say I got it out of an encyclopedia. I just said it's my take. That's all.
I know, yeah, it's your feelings, and your feelings matter, Mike. All right. I don't want to, invalidate how you feel. My apologies.
SGA wraps up an all-time season. Incredible, one of the all-time great seasons. What they say, 25 years since someone's done the trifecta. How do you put into words what he did? And did you like the Converse he had around his neck for the post-game interview?
SGA showed up in this postseason in a way that really, really for sure stamped him, I feel like. I think that, the big three in the NBA right now is Jokic, Giannis, and SGA. And, I was always on the side of Giannis was the firm number 2. SGA is the firm number 3. If you want to flip flop those two, you get no argument from me because from what we saw from Shea this postseason. I think he's an incredible player, and OKC is in such good shape for a run right now, bro. Like everyone is under contract next season. They don't have to re-sign anyone this offseason. For this championship team, they've got Aaron Wiggins' contract in a way to where he gets less money every year for the next 4 years. Like, bro, like shout out to Presti. Shout out to Presti for what he did. Presti, we have to give Presti his props because Presti is like the anti-Danny Ainge, where Danny Ainge suffered from that hoarding picks, hoarding assets disease, the whole we'll get him in free agency bullshit. Presti is firmly aware that this is fucking Oklahoma. Like, bro, like we are not going to be major players in the front, in free agency. We have to draft well and we have to be able to trade well. And when we get guys who actually want to be here, like Hartenstein, guys who are key, types of players that you need on a championship team, yeah, we might have to overpay a bit for those guys, right? Because that's as good as we're going to do in free agency. Like Sam Presti's really figured this shit out, bro. And like I said, OKC looks primed to be like a 3 out of 5 championships team right now.
I feel like this series, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know we want the big markets, all that type of shit. People, bro, like, keep running this back. This was great basketball. I know the way it ended stinks. Dookie butt of the week, basketball gods for letting all people. Hallie, the incredible run he's had, what he's done during the season. And I mean, I started in the season, turned it up, playoffs went crazy, and then game 7, like, come on, that's nasty. But like if this is what the the hard cap is going to lead to, good basketball teams playing basketball, I had a ball watching this shit. I'm not mad at it, bro. So kudos to both squads for real, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the shift that we're going to see with this in this whole apron era, where you need to be able to go 8-9 deep rather than just be having 2-3 big dogs. You know what I mean?
I loved watching it, man.
Yeah,
I loved watching it. And the Pacers, I mean, Hallie has to heal, and what we've seen from KD and a much older KD, because of with science now, you could come back and play basketball. So, hey, bro, they're a good ass team. I don't know what do they have any issues as far as contracts and whatnot coming up?
The Thunder,
the Pacers.
Oh, the Pacers.
Yeah,
I think the Pacers are straight.
Okay, so yeah, man, heal up, Hallie. We want to see you back there for real.
I mean, yeah, Hallie will probably be back for the postseason next year, but I mean, I'm interested to see how this team does without him, because I think he is like I said earlier this postseason, there's only like 3 other point guards who I take over him.
They're losing Miles Turner. They're losing Miles Turner.
Yeah. And
he kind of struggled a little bit. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, and I feel like SGA, Luka, and Steph are the only point guards who I would take over him, and I still stand on that. And I stand on that because of this. Halliburton is more than just it's more than just that box score shit. He is the engine of that offense. Facts. And he is one of the like a top 5 engine in the NBA as far as that goes in regards to a guy who really gets his offense clicking. So yeah, man, I'm just going to be interested in seeing what they do, how that team moves without him. But it's a team full of a bunch of smart guys who will figure that shit out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I feel like Siakam's floor is higher. So, you know what I mean? He was the person that was more consistent, but the mindset of that team is definitely Hallie.
Well, you could just see exactly what they were missing from him in the third quarter. They're turning the ball over. They were not able to dictate the pace of the game. It was almost like insult to injury. They had the cherry pick fast break to Chet for the dunk. That was like, if the Thunder are doing that to the Pacers, the game is over, because the Pacers need a couple of those to compete with the Thunder. So yeah,
shout out to Dort with them little sneaky ass steals and shit, playing lockdown defense. You feel me? Hit some big shots to get that run started. You know what I mean? I know motherfuckers hate him, man. I love that motherfucker, bro. And when he shoots, it's never like off left or off right. Like it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's always maybe a little short, a little long. You got a little burner on him. I ain't mad at him, bro. I love. You need guys like that to win. You know what I mean? So. When you got, but when TJ McConnell's playing good enough where Dort has to guard him, we putting Dort on this nigga because he is cooking us. A team that has Siakam out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Good time to pause before we finish up talking about the game. If you're listening to this is one of the free episodes. We do one free episode every week, but we do 2 exclusive episodes on the Patreon at patreon.com/JengisandJones. You can also get access if you sign up on the Patreon for the Discord. But we got interviews, book clubs, mailbags. We got all kinds of fun stuff going on the Patreon. The chat is correctly pointing out that I am not enjoying it. Listen, the chat's saying I'm not enjoying it. Okay, look.
You weren't. No. Yo, before you hopped on this motherfucker, your energy was crazy too. This nigga was sick. This motherfucker. This nigga came in there, bitch, looked like Charlie Brown, nigga. Motherfucking hair, goddamn. Look, sad as hell, sick as hell. Come on, bro.
Look.
So be honest when you say this shit.
I think the Thunder are a great team. I think they're the deserving NBA champions. I don't fuck with them, bro. I think they're swaggerless. I don't fuck with them at all. I think when I see Chet Holmgren roll his shoulders, I feel like Joakim Noah talking about Cleveland. It's for somebody. SGA? That's for somebody. It's not for me, bro. I don't give a fuck. Basketball players my whole life have been cool to me. And I just don't feel that way about them. Congrats to them. I think it's great. Everyone's proud of the efficiency with which their GM has maneuvered all of the draft picks. It's not what I watch basketball for, bro. I'm just not moved by it.
You ain't fucking with SGA? You don't think SGA
I like SGA.
cool?
I fuck with SGA. I fuck with SGA. Okay. I fuck with SGA, and I'm surprised by how deep his voice is every single time he talks, bro. I do fuck with SGA, absolutely. But that's just how I feel. When people talk about like
Converse hard too, bro.
The Thunder dynasty, I'm just like, cool, bro. Like I hope this shit works with the Rockets and KD. Like I hope Mark Walters really throws $1 trillion at the Lakers. I just don't. Even with the Celtics, I didn't want the Celtics to win. But the Celtics were a cool-ass fucking team. The coach had personality. Jason Tatum's an incredible player, as much as we could talk about him being auralist or whatever. And they there's characters there. It's exciting. It's a legit franchise. It's exciting in a different way to me as a fan. I'm not talking about right versus wrong. I'm not talking about how history will perceive things. I'm saying to me as a 40-year-old old man basketball fan, it's like you can hate the Celtics in a fun way. The Thunder to me is like, all right, they did it. I'm
going to say this, bro. People call him Jason Tatum Orless, bro. If you look like you crawled out of a cave, shut the fuck up, nigga. You smell like yesterday, bitch. Get yourself in a fucking shower, motherfucker.
John okay?
No, I just get tired of these goofy motherfuckers. He's Orless, bitch. You ain't fucked in 3 years, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
You ain't fucked in 3 years.
You know what I'm saying? You forgot what pussy feel like, nigga. You spitting in your fucking fist and jerking your dick off, nigga. You can't even afford lotion. Rather than looking at me like, nigga, you don't wake these kids up. But nah, man, I'm sick of this shit, bro. Oralist, nigga. Fuck, what the fuck you know about oral, bitch ass nigga? You know what I'm saying, nigga? Anyway,
I want to
move on, but I
Go
don't
ahead,
think a
go
lot of
ahead,
these.
Tyler. Bring us home. Tyler.
No. I was going to say this. Like this has been, you know, kind of a recurring discussion about how there is like a lack of cool in today's NBA, and I think that like when we were growing up, cool was some shit that we had never seen before, and I don't know if we can get that in today's NBA. I don't think where everyone is so connected through social media and shit, and a 22-year-old from South Carolina is hip to all the same shit a 22-year-old from Los Angeles is, and all that. Like, I don't know if we're gonna get that. Like Allen Iverson, we probably all agree the coolest basketball player of all time. And what I love most about Allen Iverson, you know, during his run is I was like, bro, they ain't never seen a motherfucker from Newport News like this. You know what I'm saying? But now the Newport News kid grew up on the internet and he knows, you know, he has a worldview that wasn't afforded to the guys who we grew up on. You know what I mean? So I don't know if we're ever going to see the brand of cool that we grew up on, because the brand of cool that we grew up on was when we like I said, when we got hip to some shit we never saw before. Like Iverson was a VA motherfucker we ain't never seen before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like KG was a South Cac / Chicago motherfucker we never saw before. Like, you know, we saw with Jason Tatum chasing those viral moments where he was just regurgitating shit that he grew up on, consuming on his phone. Like, I think the brand of cool that we grew up on, I think that shit is dead, bro.
I think. Go ahead.
I would say, and I always say, like, fuck my opinions. If the kids feel something, the kids are always gonna be right because they'll still be here feeling their feelings when I'm fucking dead, right? The kids think SGA is cool as fuck. So you know what I mean? Like, yeah, for sure.
That
and
motherfucker
so, like,
be getting his fits off.
Vinny's rooting for SGA like I was rooting for whoever back in the day. So, like, this is just, I think, just me being a whiny old dude who just does not really fuck with some members of the Thunder.
I think these niggas ain't cool because these niggas is kids to us.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I never looked at shorties like, SGA to me is like objectively cool. You know what I mean? But that's probably a lot of cool motherfuckers in this league that I would think are cool because they're like 20 years younger than me. Like, part of what these niggas being cool is we was looking up to them. Like, we wanted to be like them. I won't be like none of these niggas. They're babies. I'm a whole ass adult. Our life's totally different. It'd be weird if I felt that way. So I think part of it was that. Like, so I think we're not the niggas to decide whether. I mean, and we know this. We're old as fuck. We don't decide if these niggas cool or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think
I'm a Grizz fan. No, we ain't fucking with them boots. Nigga, please. Okay. You ain't never gonna see me in no beefy ass fucking double cheeseburgers on my goddamn feet, nigga. I'm a regular nigga. I wear regular shit. I don't walk around with rollerblade size fucking shoes on. Okay. That's not me. I think all that shit's goofy. But it ain't for me to decide what the cool niggas doing because I'm old. But fuck them boots. Flat out. Anyway, we got that cleared up. My bad, Tyler. Let me get out your way.
I was gonna say, I think Ant is one of the cooler players in the league, and I think the coolest thing about Ant is how so old head coded he is. Like, that motherfucker acts like a motherfucker from Atlanta from fucking 2004 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't act like a 2025 Atlanta dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah. I think Atlanta nigga's kind of cool too. I think he do act like a 220. I think he act like a 2025 Atlanta nigga. You know what I'm saying? Being in Atlanta, I think I living in Atlanta. Atlanta niggas like that. You feel me? He's just himself. He's not pretending to be nothing else. You know what I mean? And I figure a lot of niggas when we see these dudes talking this shit, they coached up. They've been coached up since middle school. You feel me? And so, like, Ant just like, you know, shit, I'm me. Fuck the shit that's going on. He cursing and this shit, bring your ass, all that type shit. So we saw personalities. We don't see these dudes' personalities. We see what they show us. You know what I mean? Because if you talk to dudes off camera, a lot of them fuck with JT. You know what I mean? Right. JT's trying to deliver what he's been told he should deliver for fucking, you know, the last 10 years of his life, 15, 12 years of life, whatever. So yeah, man, we don't get those personalities. There's no Charles Barkley, you know, in the league right now. A nigga, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess Ant's the closest to it. I'm thinking about it. You know, but anyway, yeah, there's very few niggas like that are showing their real personalities because they've been coached up for so long. So everybody's so media ready.
All right, we did get one really bizarre, authentic moment in basketball today, which was Kevin Durant finding out live on stage at Fanatics Fan Fest that he had been traded to the fucking Rockets.
It's miserable.
By the time he got off stage, Sam Rubin had a, you know, Travis Scott sponsored like Houston hoodie.
We don't get enough that Rubin motherfucker. It's not enough theories about him being the Antichrist that there should be.
Hey, tee it up, Tyler. I'm tapping. Give me the links.
I just
What page of YouTube we need to get to, nigga?
We need
Let
way
me
more
know.
theories about that motherfucker being the Antichrist because I've never seen so many famous people like one person, bro. Ever. That motherfucker had Braun out that bitch. Like, really? Braun and KD at in the same weekend at your shit? That's crazy, dog. And his fucking white parties, like, dog, that is the biggest collection of celebrities you'll see on the planet every year.
The white party,
and that motherfucker sells fitted caps and wall pendants. Like, like
hey, he said at the white party, he said like the president doesn't get a +1. That's what he said. Like that's how seriously he takes the white party. It's like you can't like it's also, like he sits there looking at
the president doesn't get a +1. Bitch, fuck your party, nigga. Nigga, you talking about Obama? Don't get a nigga, bitch. Shut the fuck up on it. You know what I'm saying? He can't bring Michelle. Nigga, fuck you. That's weird. Anyway, let me not say that. I want to cut that shit.
Jenkins and Jones.
I like I want to smoke with that nigga. Of course I do not. You know what I'm saying? That's weird though. But yeah, G. Tyler, write the article, the first one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, tell it. You might get it in 6 months, but you know what I'm saying? I'll be tapped in when it come, nigga.
Hey, while we're here, let's address it. Let's address it. That was a good joke. That's so common in the chat earlier. So my Sinners review is coming on, bro. I on God, I was about to all the way lock the fuck in this week and have this shit ready by next week.
They call you Dr. Dre out this motherfucker, nigga.
Let him finish.
Let me finish.
All right.
Sinners is coming to stream and it's coming to HBO Max July 4th. I'm gonna drop my shit on July 4th to kind of ride that wave of the new interest that's in Sinners. So July 4th is the date. If I'm lying, I'm flying. On hand to God, I got y'all for sure.
This nigga gonna be. This nigga about to float off.
I'm at 1,600 words on that motherfucker. Dog.
We don't, but Tyler, you know.
I know y'all don't give a fuck.
All this. No. Here's the thing. I give a fuck about anything you're doing. I'm just saying you don't have to do this. You have to be 6,800 words. You know what I mean?
That's how long it is.
That's how long. Okay, that's coming from the heart. Okay.
It's not, like I said, it's just not a chronological. In this scene, this happens. In this scene, that it's not that. It's like a collection of mini essays that deal with bigger themes that Sinners taps.
Oh, okay.
Right. So okay. I think y'all are gonna enjoy it. It's a fun little ride.
You and your Shay Serrano, nigga. Sell this shit. You need to make some money on it.
We are selling it at patreon.com/.
Add a tier. Add a tier. No, I'm just playing. We fuck with the
patreon.com/Jenkins and Jones. You got. When is July 4th? Hold on. That's
if we can get a Patreon follower for each word.
Friday.
It's next Friday. It's not just Friday. It's next Friday.
If we could get just one Patreon subscriber for each word, with Jenkins and Jones shall never die. All right. Okay, the KD trade. What y'all think of the trade, and how crazy is that to see that? Like literally someone just shouting up from the crowd, like, "Hey,
you got traded." Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say it was wild to see the whole in-person reaction, and it was even wilder. Like I said, that this Fanatics motherfucker had some Travis Scott, Houston Dean merch pressed up for a KD to sign immediately after. I'm on to you, motherfucker. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's a move that.
I was at Fanatics Fest this week. It was fire. That shit was cracking. I met the commish nigga. I'm like, why you behind the desk, nigga? You tall as fuck. You should be shooting some J's, nigga. Fuck you mean?
But you met Adam Silver?
I met Adam Silver. Shook that nigga hand, bro. It was crazy. He was cool as fuck. I turned around. He was right there. He was like, hey. I'm like, well, how the hell are you, Mr. Silver? Nice running into you. What the fuck?
What did he say?
Crazy. No, he was just like, hey, he just said hi. He was introducing himself to the weird. So I was with Club 520 at the Fanatics Fest. They killed it. They went crazy, bro. Incredible to see them, like Adam Silver, holding their mic flag with Club 520 on it, bro. I mean, it was a big moment for him. So I was really happy for them. It was dope to see. But I was just there with them, and yeah, bro. I just ran into that. He was just right behind me. I turned around. His nigga was right behind me. Crazy. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, and I think if you're a Houston fan, you're ecstatic about this trade. Y'all didn't give up shit. Y'all gave up Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and some second rounders. Like, bro, you do that trade a million times out of a million times if you're a Houston Rockets fan. It's a couple things that really hop out to me about this trade. One is that my whole belief that we all talk about, there's only like one guy in the league with a no trade clause, Bradley Bill, or whatever the fuck. And it's like, no, every superstar in the league has a de facto trade clause. All you got to do is just declare that you want to be traded before your last year in your contract, because no one's going to lock into you and give up a whole bunch of shit knowing you won't resign. The only a team will only legitimately, lock in and offer some shit to get you if they know that you're going to sign in long term with them. And we've seen the stories about how Minnesota probably had the best package, but KD was not going to resign with them. He wanted to be in either Houston, Miami, or New York, or San Antonio, from our understanding, right? Another thing that really hopped out to me about this is that motherfucking NBA players love Houston, dog.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I understand why. I completely
understand. Have you ever been?
I haven't. I
haven't either. I just need to go to that fucking city, bro. But go ahead.
Yeah, it sounds like everything we would like
nigga, a country nigga need.
Yeah,
it's there. Right? My life would be totally different. Let's reel it in.
But yes, I mean, look at the guys we've seen Houston rack up on in just the last few years. Harden went there, Dwight Howard went there, Chris Paul went there, Westbrook went there, KD went there, bro. Like, that is a legitimate hotspot destination for NBA players. And which brings me to my other point about how Miami, what the fuck are they doing? Y'all are supposed to be the fucking, destination for free agency, for free agents and guys who want to force their way out of places. Like, we gotta keep it real about Miami, bro. The only real signing they got in our lifetimes that we can say was completely 100% they're doing was Jimmy Butler. Like, of course, LeBron was the biggest move in free agency history past. That felt way more like a LeBron master plan than a Heat recruiting job.
For sure.
Yeah. And it's like, bro, like,
Pat Ryan, the Joe Biden of the NBA. Miles, what a heater, dog.
Hey,
nigga, that cut through all the fluff, nigga.
Yeah, like, bro, I don't know. I think some folks got to do some real introspection about why are y'all not the team that a lot of guys want to go to? Because I'm sure that because we know that with the ticket that we saw KD get traded for, that KD drove the value down on that trade because he was like, I'm not signing with these other guys. Houston's where I want to be, right? We know that. And if he'd have done that, for Miami could have got him for pennies on the dollar too. But he didn't want to be there, obviously. So, bro, like I said, hey, Miami, this whole fucking lore about them being a hotbed destination for NBA players, that's cap. That's cap. We've only seen Jimmy Butler be the biggest fucking signing of our lifetimes there in free agency, dog.
I mean, as far as the trade, they didn't get rid of anybody they needed to keep, and they got who they wanted. Hell of a trade. Good for them, bro. You know what I mean? We talked about it in the group chat. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Green, I think he's a good NBA player. I think what they need him to be, he won't be, you know what I'm saying, within the window they have to be the team they are currently. So, hey, bro, you know what I mean? We were talking about that. Like, I mean, before the playoffs started, I was like, how y'all feel about Jalen Green? And then we saw him, like, have a single game, and he kind of stunk it up the rest of the time we saw him playing. I just feel like he just hasn't figured it out yet. He will at some point, but do that shit in Phoenix, nigga. we playing for a chip here in Houston, nigga. Bring us a real basketball player. But anyway, yeah.
The chat is calling him Sleepy Pat Riley.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, let's figure something out for Houston, though. We went to New Orleans. We went. You pull up to St. Louis. We've been out here, obviously. We went to Atlanta. We've hit a lot of spots, nigga. You feel me? We hit up Norfolk, you know what I mean? We went to New York together too, nigga.
Yeah.
Why we ain't hit Houston yet?
You just texted me like last month about hitting that shit too.
Yeah, nigga. I think it's time, bro. I've been thinking it's time to pull up. You mean? That's why I was like, that's why I thought. I was like, have you been? Because I thought we had talked about that. Yeah.
Dookie Butt of the Week.
You already know what mine is. Basketball guys. I really meant that shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't come on, bro. Hallie, I mean, that, bro. If we weren't talking about this shit here, Swear to God, I would turn the game off. Would play with my kids, ate dinner together. You feel me? Fuck this game, bro. I don't want no part of this shit. Like I said, I'm not to the point where I'm saying OKC doesn't deserve it. They wouldn't have won. I don't know that shit. I don't know, bro. You feel me? What I do know is that shit was sad as fuck. And it's just like, bro, man, come on, dog. What we've seen from this guy, how much heart he puts into the game, and for him down, he wasn't hurt, hurt. It wasn't the physical pain. That was emotion from just the sadness of him putting all this into the game, and this is how it goes out in the game 7. That's cold, bro. Basketball guys tweak, bro. They tweak. Shouldn't have went out like that, man.
Tyler, your Dookie butt of the week.
Yeah, I thought John might have taken this one, but I know he doesn't like speaking on volume shit, so I'm gonna go with Jim Jones, bro.
Hold on, wait. Do we need to pause for John to potentially take
No.
himself off
I
camera?
actually had a conversation with Tyler about this shit.
Yeah.
We had an extensive conversation about this shit. It's a good one. Go ahead. It's live. Yeah, everybody can see it.
Yeah, so I'm going with Jim Jones. I don't know if folks have seen the clip about him on Joe and Jada that my boy John has a big hand in. Go peep that shit. Run those numbers up. But anyway, he was on there.
They're going up though. They're going up. But yes,
let us see it. But yeah, he was on there saying that he was more relevant than Nas. And my whole thing is this: I completely understand rappers being full of themselves, saying nobody's better than me. Nobody is, touches more people than I get that. I'm not holding it against Jimmy for feeling that way. What I did not like is what he leaned back on for supporting evidence, where he was telling us check billboards, check the platinum singles, check.
And he was wrong though.
Yeah, and he was wrong as fuck about that too, because Nas is a bigger seller than him in just about every metric. But for him to just be an old head,
he said check the charts, and the chart said it's the other guy.
Yeah, but the nastiness is not that he was wrong. The nasty is that he said check the charts in this conversation.
As an OG, as an OG, that's young. That's 22-year-old stand culture shit, saying that a rapper is better because they did more numbers. Like
that's a nigga that ain't been outside in 3.5 weeks, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I was legitimately disappointed, and that was what disappointed me the most. Like I said, I was like, okay, you think you're better than Nas, more influential than Nas. I'm not mad at you. That's how you should feel as a rapper. But for him to go to the whole check the numbers to see that I'm better,
they tried to stop him too. When you see the clip, they're like, "Gee." You know what I'm saying? Like, even Joe was like, "Oh," Jay was like, "Hey,
yo,
hey, we got to stop. This ain't where we trying to go with this." But go ahead, yeah.
That's just not how us old heads go about talking about rap. It's never, like I said, that shit for these youngins on the internet. That's not how us old heads in the real world ever talked about rap. During that fucking Nas J beef, I promise you, when me and the homies talked about that shit a million times, none of us ever said, "Well, you know who will see who really won the beef? Let's check those first week sales numbers from the blueprint."
Have you seen the billboard numbers on that? Fuck.
Yeah, that's not how we talked about rap. But like I said, Jimmy is not from that era where he's talking about where we talk.
How
about
many first round picks is Nas sitting on compared to Jim Jones?
Right. I mean, very analytical. Like, that ain't even the spirit of rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially from back in the day. Like, but I mean, like you said, it's good to think you're better. But the way he went about it was nasty, and he was wrong. And bro, don't nobody remember do you remember a single Jim Jones album? You know what I'm saying? I never what the fuck? Like, and I'm not trying to shit on the man, but I mean, maybe I am. I don't know. But the nigga. Shit, I turned a couple good songs off when that nigga fucking started. I'm like, all right, bro. I mean, he's gotten much better. He's gotten much better over the years. So, and congrats to that. But that's come on, bro. There's no fucking way. Not Nas.
Listen,
and Joe said it, bro. He's like, bro, Nas is on he's on top 2 on damn near everybody's list of best rappers, bro. What are you trying to do here, dog? It was kind of childish. It was a childish way to go about talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And he's moving in a way that felt kind of childish for a nigga that's damn near 50.
Yeah, exactly that. He was too damn old for it. Like, bro, I remember Nas's Illmatic being a cultural moment where print journalism was going crazy for it. The Source gave it 5 mics. I remember Nas's It Was Written owning summer fucking 96, a summer where we got AT Aliens, where we got Jay-Z's debut, and none of that shit was rounding out Nas, nigga. Like, let's be real, bro. Like I said, you're too old. You were there with us.
You was outside. Talking about,
you was there
with 11th grade when you got this first album. So nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga. I mean, and Jim Jones has some hits, bro. But we talking about rap, brother.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about pop. We talking about rap. And if we talking about pop, you still take the L. But when we talking about rap, you got to come with a particular spirit. And that was anti the way he went about talking about it was anti-rap, it felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and bro, I'm a Jim Jones fan. I actually enjoy a lot of his music. Like Bird Gang Money is probably my favorite song from him. Emotionless with him and Joel's Heater. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that he's done with Harry Fro, a big fan of that. But bro, let's be real. You ain't touching Nas.
Bro.
And like I said, I didn't mind the bravado. I just hated the argument that he tried to lean on. That like you are 50 years old doing shit that 19-year-old stands on Twitter do, bro.
Sad. Very sad. It's just sad. I'm with you on like you're the wrong age to be doing the Billboard shit. Saying it and being wrong too is like you dumped on yourself and the basketball broke your nose or something like that's like that's a fucking and Dookie on yourself.
Shit,
you jumped up, got posterized, and shit your pants while someone was dunking on you. Like that's that's some Drake shit.
But that's a Drake way of going about saying you the best rapper ever. You know what I'm saying? Or winning a battle. I can't beat you on rapping. I'll beat you here. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let's talk about let's keep it within the spirit. And that shit was nasty. But anyway,
my Dookie butt of the week is high school track and field officials in the state of California. I don't know if you saw this, but a young woman won the 400-meter state championship. She did the Maurice Green celebration, which if y'all know track and field, was someone ran in and after he won the 100, sprayed a fire extinguisher on his cleats. And then he pulled his cleats
that's
off.
some bullshit. I saw that shit.
So she sprayed her cleats, went off away from the finish line, she was on the infield, sprayed her cleats, and they disqualified her, saying it was an unsportsmanlike act, and took her individual state championship away from her for doing that.
Pussy.
I have seen, unfortunately, quite a few instances of high school track and field officials doing shit like this. We had a Long Beach Poly 4x100 team that won the state championship be DQ'd on the track because the officials heard one of the kids say the F word, the one we're allowed to say. But he was using profanity. And so they DQ'd
Oh, man,
him.
Beat that nigga ass, bro. Beat that nigga ass.
Yeah.
Beat that motherfucker out his fucking shoes, nigga. I swear to God. When a grown-ass motherfucker acting bitch made like that with kids, somebody need to cook that motherfucker. Make him feel that shit. Take the L. We'll bail you out. You know what I mean? But a motherfucker like that need they ass whooped. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's an ongoing problem with high school track and field, and it needs to be fixed and addressed because we talk about, athletes with swagger. These kids are cool fucking kids, and they're having fun, and they're doing shit we've never seen kids do before. And then some of these dudes is over 80 years old standing there in the red coat, pointing at them like, nope, not allowed to do that. It's not what anyone wants.
Track about 3 years out of that 80-year-old nigga.
What's that?
Need about 3 years out that 80-year-old. Nigga about the hospital 83.
But I just think like track and field, you should never notice the official. This isn't basketball, soccer. They're deciding what kind of contact is legal. Like you're just there to make sure the computer's running, bro. You're there to make sure the baton gets handed off in the right place and no one runs into anyone else. You're not supposed to be like thumbs up, thumbs downing every individual celebration and shit. Let the kids have fun. Even baseball's letting the kids have fun, bro. Baseball is letting kids have fun. And track and field is like, oh, we need to tone down the celebrations. That's fucking stupid, bro. I don't know.
Also, with track and field, like in high school at least, I don't know if is it cracking in Long Beach?
Yes.
Okay, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm just saying, like, these things, these antics could bring more attention to the sport. A sport that's been kind of slept on in most places. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think there's and also like the bravado you have to have in order to be good at track and field, to believe you can be one of the fastest. Bro, it's different. These niggas' mindsets are so fucking different. Yeah. Like, and some fucking old ass nigga getting into it. Bro, it's not about you. It's not about you. You know what I'm saying? Let it be about the kids. Let it be about the athletes. Get the fuck out the way, dog. It's nasty.
Big facts. All right, that's all the time we got. As I said, if you don't want to wait till next Sunday for another episode of Jenkins and Jones, we will have 2 more up this week exclusively at patreon.com/Jenkins and Jones. You get 2 exclusive episodes a week. You get the Discord, and on July 4th, you get Tyler Sinner's review.
Promise.
Hand up. Scouts honor. Congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder. I know we got a couple people in the chat and big fans of the show,
man.
Thunder fans. They're all cool as fuck. Happy for them for sure. And like Tyler said, I know that downtown OKC Wendy's drive-through is fucking cracking tonight. They're never gonna forget this shit.
Small cities, though, man. Hey, bro, them drive-throughs like Checkers. The Checkers parking lot in fucking Alabama and Huntsville used to go crazy, nigga.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Feel me?
Look, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like cookout after the club let out. That was a spot, nigga.
Go crazy,
yeah.
Bro, you feel me?
You would pull up. You might be able to do more work at the cookout than you did in the club. You might get more numbers out that motherfucker.
Burger King after a football game, nigga. You feel me? You might walk on something nice, nigga. Might go home or something. You know what I'm saying? See a couple fights, nigga. You know what I mean? Shit, it be like that. I ain't mad at that. That small town living ain't bad, G. You know what I mean? Pull up in that Walmart parking lot and pull something, nigga. Hop out the car and talk to somebody in real life, IRL. You feel me? Anyway, y'all be cool. That was fun times, man. I ain't mad at it.
Oh, I gotta click the button. I was
bye.
click the button. Bye.
Bye. Bye.